Hi everybody, my name's Chance with W Hunting Supply.
And I'm Jason, and today we're here to talk to you about our different options for some map cards. We've got 3 different map cards to show you. We've got the regional topo 24K maps, we've got the Onix Hunt maps, and we also have the Garmin Huntview maps. Now each one of these cards is a little different and has a different feature. So Chance, why don't you kind of run down and give people the shakedown on what these chips do?
Absolutely. So all 3 of these are a 24K topo map, which is roughly 4 times greater detail than the 100K base map that comes on a lot of the Garmin handhelds. The difference being is there's a Garmin regional map card, which is, it'll cover multiple states with 24K. It doesn't have some of the other features that the Onix Hunt and the Huntview. So on the Onix Hunt, it's just one state, but you get that 24K topo map that we talked about, as well as property boundaries. It'll tell you the difference between, there's a line showing that this is private property, this is owned by the state, or this is owned by the feds, and it'll tell you who the managing authority is. So for private property, that means Mr. or Miss Jones owns this, and for state land, for example, it'll say that this is DNR land.
So you're saying if I've got permission to hunt on a piece of property, that map's going to show me the boundary between that parcel and the next private parcel, so you're not trespassing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I recommend to a lot of our coon hunters, especially, or guys hunting private ranches.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. You'll see that it's private property, and it's going to show exactly where the line is dividing it, as well as their name on either side of it. Then for the Garmin Huntview map card, it's a little bit different. It shows 24K topo map, just like the other 2 do. It shows property boundaries, with very similar to what we just talked about with the Onix Hunt. The difference being with this one is that it also has Garmin's Birdseye satellite imagery pre-downloaded on the card. We get a lot of questions about Garmin's Birdseye satellite imagery, and what it is, at least for the Huntview map card, it's pre-downloaded standard resolution for the entire state. And how you use it with the 24K topo map is you can overlay it. So by turning it on or off, you can see a top-down image like you were looking down from a plane. You'll be able to see the elevation changes of the 24K. And the advantage to this is you can see game trails, you can see where a clear cut is, where a dried up seasonal stream is, or roads that have been abandoned that would never show up on a topo map going to show up with your Birdseye satellite imagery.
And that's where I find it most helpful, is old skid roads, old logging units, stuff like that. It makes walking in a lot easier when you can see what you're walking through. All 3 of these map cards are going to be compatible with your Astro 320, your Astro 430, and your Garmin Alpha 100. And like we had said, they just slide in the back, no downloading required at all. It's really the fastest, most painless way for you guys to get advanced mapping on your systems.
I'm going to show you how to install your micro SD map card. So what you'll do is you're going to get this, which is your SD card adapter. You'll need to pull the micro SD card out. So there's a little nail nick at the bottom. Pull it out, then we can set it aside for installation. Next, we're going to open the battery compartment on our handheld. So for this, I'm going to unlock it, remove the battery, set this aside, and if you could zoom in on this, this is the map door. So to unlock this, we need to slide it upward, and then it'll rotate outward. Then we'll take our micro SD card, and you can see on the back here, there's little brass prongs. Go ahead and line those up, set them in the map door. Then we're going to close it by rotating it downward and locking it into place. And then we can go ahead and reinstall our battery, close up the compartment, and turn it back on.
So I would say, if there's still any questions, you guys give us a call. Let us sit down and talk with you and figure out what's best going to suit your needs. I think, any 3 of them you can't go wrong with. It's definitely an advancement over the factory mapping, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, absolutely. Any of them are, like I said, 4 times more detailed than the base map that comes on it. You just need to decide if you're hunting multiple states, the regional map card's the way to go. But if you're just doing state by state, if you're really concerned about private landowner information, the Onix Hunt, or if you think the Birdseye satellite imagery would be really useful to you, the Garmin Huntview.
So either way, they're all 3 good options for you guys. Like I said, give us a call. Chance and I'd be happy to talk with you. Number's 855-384-8687. And happy hunting, guys.